international support for overcoming economic challenges His Highness a range of issues of bilateral significance were discussed, including trade and investment and cooperation in energy sector. Dr. Zardari is in New York to attend important events being held in connection with the Women's Day. This includes participation in Commission for the Status of Women, address and debates on women issues at the United Nations Security Council, and co-chairing events on Islamophobia and women in Islam in his capacity as co-chair of the OIC Council of Foreign Ministers. At the 67th session of CSW, Foreign Minister has highlighted the importance of women empowerment and access to all under as manifest in Palestine and Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. He In his remarks at the conference on women in Islam, understanding the rights and identity, the Foreign Minister underlined the importance of dispelling misperceptions about the rights and identity of women in Muslim societies. He paid tribute to Muslim women who have made enormous contributions in all walks of life: education, enterprise, economics, politics, and governance. He also spoke about the denial of religious and cultural rights to Muslim women in non-Muslim societies and negative stereotyping and discrimination against Muslim women. The Minister of State for Germany undertook a visit to Pakistan from 7th to 8th March 2023. This was his maiden visit to Pakistan. He held meetings with the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Hina Rabbani Kar, Minister for Climate Change, Senator Shari Rehman, and Minister for Commerce, Syed Naveed Qamar. Discussions focused on strengthening the multifaceted bilateral cooperation in areas of trade and investment, higher education and vocational training, migration and mobility, and climate change and renewable energy. We are encouraged with our constructive engagement with Germany and will continue to pursue dialogue and mutually beneficial cooperation. The Pakistan-US counterterrorism dialogue took place in Islamabad on 6 to 7. divide the international community's attention towards the grave situation of Kashmiri women in IIOJK. We will also continue to extend our political, diplomatic, and moral support to our Kashmiri brothers and sisters for the just and peaceful settlement of the Jammu and Kashmir dispute in accordance with the UN Security Council resolutions. I would like to announce that the government of Pakistan has acceded to the Hague Convention abolishing the requirement of legalization for foreign public documents, commonly known as Apostle Convention of 1961. From now on, foreign public documents authenticated by the Apostle can be directly presented to the concerned authorities without any other attestation requirements. We will be sharing further details shortly. Next week will be an active week for Pakistan's diplomacy. Minister for State for Foreign Affairs Hina Rabbani Khar will travel to Bahrain on 10th of March to participate in the annual Manama Dialogue in Manama, Bahrain. She will attend roundtables and panel discussions on regional security challenges and meet with participating leaders and government officials. The Minister of State will also undertake an official visit to the United Kingdom to attend the Commonwealth Day and Commonwealth Foreign Affairs Ministers meeting from 13th to 15th of March in London. She will also hold meetings with participating leaders and officials on the sidelines of the meeting. UN Deputy Special Representative of the Secretary General for Afghanistan is visiting Pakistan from 9th to 10th of March. He will call on the Foreign Secretary and exchange views on the situation in Afghanistan with a special focus on the humanitarian situation and international assistance for the people of Afghanistan. Pakistan considers UNAMA as an important partner in our international engagement efforts on Afghanistan. Next week, two important dialogues will be held between Pakistan and the United States. These include the Energy Security Dialogue and the Climate and Environment Working Group. The Energy Security Dialogue is scheduled for 15th of March and is led by U.S. Department of State's Bureau of Energy Resources Assistant Secretary Jeffrey Piat and Secretary Power and Secretary Petroleum from the Pakistan side. In Pakistan. Discussions will be held on energy priorities, advancing the renewable energy transition, and economic and commercial opportunities in energy sector. Climate and Environment Working Group is scheduled for 16th of March. The U.S. Department of State's Oceans and International Environment and Scientific Affairs Assistant Secretary Monica Medina will lead the U.S. delegation. The two sides will discuss Pakistan's climate priorities and energy transition, water management, climate, smart agriculture, biodiversity, and protected national areas, air quality, and solid waste management. This will be the second round for the Energy Security Dialogue and the Climate and Environment Working Group. The first rounds were held virtually in September 2021. In coming days, bilateral dialogues will be held with countries in East Asia, including Australia, China, Japan, and Malaysia. Next week, Pakistan and Australia will hold the 8th session of senior officials talks and the trade talks on 16th of March in Islamabad. The two sides will review the bilateral relations and multilateral cooperation, including matters relating to political, economic, trade and investment, defense and security, educational and technical cooperation, and people-to-people contacts. In the trade talks, the two sides will discuss bilateral trade and investment cooperation between Pakistan and Australia. That concludes my briefing. Actually, before concluding my briefing, I would like to pay tribute to women of Pakistan. who have played a critical role in countries' development and economic growth. Throughout our history, women diplomats have played their part in this journey of development and represented Pakistan at the international stage with distinction. We celebrate their contributions and appreciate their dynamism. I thank you.